Congress has a week to come up with a plan to keep the government funded.
House Republican leaders and Democratic leaders in the Senate have reached an agreement, but some lawmakers won't support it because say it doesn't do enough to cut government spending. Alex Cameron has more from our News on 6 Washington Bureau.
The threat of a partial government shutdown at this point is par for the course here. From the moment the last threat was averted in November, some saw this coming. But the announcement that Speaker Johnson and Leader Schumer had agreed on a top-line number last week seemed like a step forward.
Well, it's somewhat of a Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day because the numbers, $886 billion for defense and $773 billion for non-defense discretionary spending, are essentially what former Speaker McCarthy worked out last year with President Biden.
I can't support the deal.
The 2nd District's Josh Burkeen says unless the Speaker can revise the deal and lower the numbers, he'll be a no vote.
I was a lean no to begin with, just hearing the top line number that matters to me. Our entire discretionary budget now is borrowed money.
Friday morning, Johnson said the deal isn't changing.
Our top line agreement remains. We are getting our next steps together, and we are working toward a robust appropriations process.
For some Republicans, the real problem is the failure to follow the appropriations process that was laid out in the 1974 Budget Control Act.
We've only actually done the process correctly for 4 times in 50 years. There's no muscle memory on how to do this.
Others in the state's delegation are frustrated by naysayers, pointing out the deal does represent a cut in spending.
We didn't get here overnight. We're not going to fix this problem overnight. This is an incremental step, and I think it's in the right direction.
Moreover, some say it's time to govern, and that means passing a budget, if necessary, through compromise.
There's a lot of work to be done, and it's very frustrating to me when a handful of my friends say, I want it my way or no way. Well, no way is destructive.
Now, whether this latest funding drama will in fact be destructive is impossible to say. Things can change quickly here. But as of now, the Democratic-controlled Senate is taking the lead and planning to move a short-term funding measure midweek next week. In our Washington Bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.